Yes, people, welcome back to Weird and Wonderful. We are
Yes,
here
yes, yes.
again. Consistency is key right now. There's a lot of football coming thick and fast, and we are here to provide our expert opinions on what is going on. Call it expert, call it bias, whatever you want. The synonyms in my book. But yeah, we're here to preview the United Crystal Palace, or should I say Crystal Palace versus Manchester United game at Selhurst Park on Wednesday evening. It is a massive game for United, with the chasing pack closing in on us. Not we've got some breathing space, but they are closing in nonetheless. Some rivals playing each other as well, so hopefully it's an opportunity for us to extend our lead ahead of those guys
City just
chasing
gone
pack.
1-0 up.
I'm not surprised,
City just
mate.
gone
There's
1-0 up
no point
against
watching that,
Wolves.
man. No point watching that
It's
game. But
fucking
yeah,
terrible, mate.
especially
Terrible.
especially with we'll get into the game before the reverse fixture, the first game of the season for United, in a second. But like I was
Wait,
waiting
wasn't
for
that
the.
your birthday?
It wasn't my
Wasn't that on
birthday.
your
It was the
birthday?
80. It was like a couple of days
But I
after.
was like, yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't a great way to start the season.
That
Not
was
at all.
beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
exactly.
Beautiful
And what's
night.
happened since even
Beautiful
more
night.
so. But yeah, look, we're here to preview that game. But like I said, we've got some really important fixtures that are coming up, or that we played on Thursday as well. And it will be a great opportunity for United to extend the gap ahead of those guys. But yeah, Ishmael, what are you saying? How you doing? You feeling good?
Uh, yeah, well, we'll get onto it in on the Liverpool preview. But we've had some promising injury news today. So yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm all right.
Yeah.
But what
I
are
was
you
just
saying,
asking
man?
how you're
This
doing in
is
general. I didn't mean about Liverpool.
is it a
Just mean
tough is it a tough is it a tough game? Is it a tough game?
yeah.
Well, my mood pretty much revolves around how it's going. So yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
But what
No,
are you
that
saying?
thing is with where I'm at right now with this game, it's gonna be a tricky game. It always is at Selhurst Park. The one thing though, that is in our favour is Wilfred Zaha. In terms of team news, Wilfred Zaha looks like he's gonna miss the fixture tomorrow, which is a massive. It's massive for us. He always turns up against us. It's like his opportunity to prove the
Yeah, of
doubters
course,
wrong.
of course.
So yeah,
Man
man, it's
like
big.
Moyes.
So I'm delighted. I'm delighted that Wilfred Zaha isn't fit for this game just because he's their biggest threat. But of course, we've got the likes of Ebery, Eze, who's had a great season so far. Has kind of gone off the boil a little bit of late, but the talent is there for all to see. And yeah, I like playing with Palace on FIFA. They've got a great attack, so best believe with the like I said on I think I don't know if I said this on camera, but with Maguire and Lindelof playing at the back, it's a 50-50 chance whether we're keeping a clean sheet or not. There's no guarantees. So yeah, right now all I'm hoping for, to be honest, is Edinson Cavani back. I would love Donny van de Beek to be back in
How
the
far
first team
how far
squad.
off how far off is how far off are these man from returning? What's
Cavani
Cavani
is
saying?
back.
Is he back?
Cavani's back. Yeah. He's back in training. I'm not sure if he's going to get the start. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be an important game. If he misses it, I'm not feeling confident with Dan James. I want Cavani up front. I want Rashford off the left. I want
You're onto
Greenwood.
James at the moment, man.
No, because it's
You're
become it's
onto this
becoming too
guy.
consistent. It's becoming too consistent. He's playing too often. He's playing too often for my liking. We
To be
have a
fair,
we
you weren't
have a.
because you weren't playing. That's the main reason why you weren't on him. But
What
now
do you
he.
say? Your yeah, audio's gone again. Um, yeah, Dan James wasn't playing that much before. It was a lot easier to like him back then. Of course, I don't dislike him. It's just he's just right now.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
let,
yeah.
let him do his work on the training pitch. Let him get better. Let him get better. He's not currently at the level I see. I need for a right winger at Man United, or just a winger in general at Man United. And yeah, it'll also give us the opportunity maybe of getting Anti Martial back on the score sheet as well. Because yeah, I think that like that he just needs a bit of good luck in the final third, and the goals will come back. He's been putting in some better performances of late. So yeah,
Hmm.
That's the team news. That's the team news for United. No new. I haven't got any fresh injury concerns. Hopefully, McTominay looks better after his first game back against Chelsea. Very much predicting McTominay, Fred, midfield. But you could see Matic. Pogba's not going to be back for this game. He's not travelling down. So yeah, it's good.
What's Pogba saying? How far off is Pogba?
I think he's got another week or maybe two. I think he's back in training, but he's not training with the group. I think he's doing individual stuff. But
fair.
Since he got injured in that Everton game, our form, I think we won 2 games in 7. So really missing Pogba in the midfield.
Yeah, skydived.
Let's not talk about form right now. Yeah. But yeah, Paul Pogba.
What 2 wins in 7 it is what it is.
What's yours? What, look, 2 and 7 as well? I think
it's 1 and 5.
I think ours is 2 and 7.
Yeah, I think ours is 2. But what was I going to say? Do you think Pogba's absence is kind of like you said that's had an effect on Bruno's performances as well?
Yeah, man. They were
not saying he's playing like just the genuine question because also Pogba does take off a bit of the pressure to win the game as well.
Yeah, they play really well
Fulham
together.
And what was the other game? What was the other game he scored a winner? Burnley and Fulham. Those 2 6 points that was a crucial time in the season. That's when you were sort of chasing us down at the time.
But yeah, man, we're definitely missing Pogba.
He came through, man. He came through. Yeah,
I don't think it's there's no coincidence that our form sort of tailed off a bit. Having to consider that we're losing a bit of creativity without Pogba. McTominay was injured as well, and we were almost relying solely on Fred to do a job in midfield for us. And we've ready. Well, if you've watched this podcast before, you know what my opinions are. Fred is a great player, performing a lot better than I ever thought he would after his first season. But he's not the creative. He's not the creative spark we need. And
was this first season that bad? I can't even remember.
Yeah, man, it was under Mourinho. It was literally barely even played.
I actually can't remember. I can't really remember.
Terrible. But the thing is, yeah, with Pogba back, Bruno's got a bit of extra, a bit of like a second wind in his sail. But yeah, I think games against Chelsea like last weekend takes a bit of pressure off Bruno's shoulders. He doesn't always have to force the ball and force the pass. You can give it to Pogba, and he can release the ball as well. We've seen many a time.
There's another guy just on his kind of wavelength as well, his level.
Exactly.
His way of thinking. It just helps, innit? It just helps.
You see in training when they really enjoyed. They always like cracking jokes with each other. But yeah, look, with Pogba in anyone's team, it makes them better. Saint Thiago sort of. I mean, this is Paul Pogba we're talking about, World Cup winner.
Wait, how long did we last? How long did we last before you mentioned Thiago?
I'm just saying, there's
he might have been in the squad. He might have been in the. No, that was 2008, innit? You weren't in the squad. But bro, let's leave his name out your mouth just for one vid. Yeah. So apart from the obvious, just quickly, I want to ask you something. Apart from the obvious two, being Zaha and EZE. Who else from that Palace squad would you take at United?
What are we talking about? We're not talking about.
I'm just saying. Who would you take at United? Who would you take at United? Would you take no one from the whole squad?
Who would you take? You took the 2 best players, Zaha and EZE. And then
yeah, but if I kept their names in there, I'm thinking who else I've got. If they,
there's no like.
I might take Van Aanholt. I might take Van Aanholt as backup.
Man, you need to need backup. Man.
But Simicast, I'm not even see. To be honest, I haven't even really seen them play. Like, can't really comment on that.
You should have just said what players would you take from the.
Yeah, but then the question is so obvious: is EZE and Zaha. Like, then the question is done. But I just wanted to know, innit?
Honestly,
I'm trying to get interested. You got to take who have they got right wing?
The 2 best players out of the team, and like, who else would you take? I'm like,
bro, if I keep their names in there, then it's just obvious. Then it's just obvious what you're gonna say. All right, if you could pick one, who would you take, EZE or Zaha?
EZE, of course. Zaha's had his chance.
Of course, no, I don't think it's of course. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's like an of course where it's just like obvious.
For me, it's of course. EZE, I think EZE really reminds me.
It depends if you want someone who's gonna
just. He's gonna be a star.
Yeah. How long does he stay at Palace?
I'll have him at United. I
How long
think
do you reckon?
the sum. I
How
think
long do you
he's.
reckon
I
he stays
think
at
he's
Palace?
off. I think he's off. I can see him going Chelsea,
Oh, this year.
or another London team. But yeah, Ishmael. Before we're trying to wrap, guys. If you didn't notice, we can try and do it. Try and do it a bit more snappier
Yeah, my man
content.
is my man is breathing.
We've been doing 40
Go on,
minutes,
go
man.
on,
We've been
go
doing
on.
40 minutes, so we need to stop it straight now. We're
Yeah.
just past the 10-minute mark. But yeah, so Ishmael, what about you? What are your thoughts on this game? Do you? I'll give you a minute to sort of give me your thoughts on what your predictions are for this game, and then we'll go into score predictions.
Well, Palace are what they're like 13th now or something. And it's at Selhurst. I'm expecting United's just a comfy 2-0, 3-1 things.
Yeah, man, you're away from home. Away from home's a big.
Yeah, man. You're away from your away form. Your away is nuts. I expect you to concede but win. As always, away from home. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
Bruno. It's been a bit too long for he's gonna come up with something in this game. I can feel it. He doesn't normally go too many games in.
I have a very similar feeling.
He's a numbers man, isn't it? Have you seen that Luke Shaw thing today? Did you see that
It's
Luke Shaw
true.
thing today?
You
Like,
see- yeah,
I
he's
told him
saying
after the game he
everything's-
didn't play well, but I got 2 goals.
That's the thing,
Literally,
man. Do you know
it's
what he
nuts,
reminds
it's
me of?
nuts,
Yeah. Do
it's
you know what he
nuts.
reminds me of? He reminds me of just like it's almost like Ruud van Nistelrooy. Do you know what I mean? Like Ruud would just be out of a game for about.
But it's just fake,
9
innit?
minutes,
It's fake
and then he'll
because
get
he's a number
chance.
10.
And he'll get a chance. He's like I think he could be a number 9. Do you know what I mean? Like if he played in that position.
With the thing is though, with a striker, with someone like Rude or like Vardy, they can have a shit game, but they're up front, they're out of the game, so it doesn't really matter that much. Bruno could be involved in the game, be playing shit, and then you look at the game afterwards, and he's got a brace and an assist. It's just like it's fake, innit? It doesn't make sense. It does
No,
not
the
make
thing is,
sense.
I don't think he's ever in the game. Like when he plays badly, it's usually he's not. The passes aren't clicking. He's not getting enough touches on the ball in the right places. He's coming up. He's moving. He's going out wide. He's dropping too deep. Those are the usual problems, and it's not a surprise that happens against the bigger teams because we usually have to go in with a bit more of a bit more rigid system. But yeah, I'm expecting a big performance from Bruno, a return to form, return to the goal sheet, as well as I'm hoping Cavani gets some minutes in the tank. I don't think he'll start. I'll probably see Dan James again, but hoping Martial, Rashford, and Greenwood up front. I would love Matic to get some minutes because whenever he plays, he does he's really progressive with his passing, gets the ball forward, and I think he'll bring out the best in Bruno too, and also scored a screamer at Selhurst Park. I think it was back in 2018. After we went 2-0 down, I think, or something like that. It was great goal, great volley. But yeah, look, my predictions for this game.
Score predictions. What are you saying?
I want 3-0. I want 3-0 I want us to maintain this away form as well, because going into the City game, they're going to be I think like 21 games on the bounce, without straight wins, and we'll be going into that potentially.
Hey, someone's got to beat this team, man. Let me see if we'll come back.
Yeah, we're potentially 21 away games unbeaten as well. So, let's just see who loses their record. But I'm hoping it's not United. So let's just get this 3 points against Palace. Take it into the big derby on the weekend, and then let's batter the cunts over the blue half of Manchester. Yeah, Ishmael, what's your prediction?
3-1. I don't see you, man, keeping a clean sheet, but
I mean, we kept the clean sheet.
You're winning it. Yeah, it's the big games though, and you're just playing hella negative. But when you actually try and win a game, I don't see you lot.
Bro, you know what you should do? Listen to your man. Listen to Mr. Flem.
Bro, that's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
Listen
to Mr. Flem himself, Jamie Carragher, and he'll tell you all about the difference between how we're playing negative under Jose and under Oli. Because I thought that was a really good analysis from Jamie Carragher. Finally from him. It's good. It's refreshing.
Mate, say no more, man. 3-1 United. I'm saying, but I don't give a shit because it is what it is.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
that's
been the opinion of Weird and Wonderful. Again, it's been a bit of a snappier one. Hopefully, just let us get in the comments, get liking and subscribing. Follow us on all our socials if you want to see some more stuff. But yeah, we'll definitely be going live for this game. Ishmael, I'm not sure if he'll be joining for us for one half or the full 90, but I'm going to be there from the for the whole shebang unless we go 1-0 down, and might run away with my tail between my legs. But yes, Ishmael, thank you again for joining. Me and Ishmael, it's been fun as always. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled for some new content. We've been pumping them out. But yeah, Ishmael, any final words?
That was the longest outro. It was beautiful, but it was hella long. That's it. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Got so much to say still, man. There's so much to say, but we just gotta keep it. All right, people. Yeah. Eyes peeled.
In a bit.
Peace.